All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everybody out there in the NFT space. Thank you so much for coming out today. We have 2112 Run that's taking time out of their busy schedule to come and educate us about their cool upcoming project. It's a really interesting project for sure. When you see like Cyberpunk and like all these other tags that I see that's going on with this game, it's definitely one of those things that I really want to hear about it and see what you guys got cooking. The main thing is that they have a black file that has a ton of good information. But what I'd love for you guys to do before we open it to a traditional AMA is to you guys have a chance to convince people that are here to mint or to buy on the secondary and convince them why your project is like different and worth investing in. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for coming out here. Go ahead, you have this floor.
Thank you for
All
such
right.
an introduction, very cool. Yeah,
Yeah, thank
hello
you.
everybody, and thank you for attending today's AMA with us. We really appreciate your taking your time from Saturday to join us today, and we will try our best to make it work for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have some cool things to show. Well, first of all, I'm going to present myself. I'm Windy. I'm one of the founders of 2112.run. I founded this project 9 months ago, around 9 months ago, with my in real life brother, which is Brulo. And we started this first as a PFP project. We wanted to do a cyberpunk aesthetic project, very unique in this unique paint brush style that we have right now. That you can see our NFTs already on OpenSea. But then we decided to turn it into also a game, and a complete narrative universe, which is the main thing right now that we are developing. The game is coming within a week from now, probably less than a week from now. We have a build that is working that we are testing. In fact, I'm going to show you a little bit of. I'm going to stream to you one run of the game, because the game is divided by runs, right? It's like you could think of a dungeon crawler, right, in which you enter a dungeon and you get some stuff and do some things. So yeah, game is coming up. We are minting right now. We've been minting now for around a month. We have minted around 1/4 of the supply, and right now on OpenSea we have around 3% of the entire minted runners listed, right? So we have a very big community that are really diamond handing, believing in what we are delivering. And well, for us, the most important thing is actually delivering. This is why we are almost ready with the game, and we want to keep showing you new content. We have a marketplace coming for the token that you are going to earn in the game, right? So all in all, this is a project that has a big play to earn game, but it's not the only thing, right? We build narratives. We want to have the community also affect the narratives. So for us, everything is a good excuse to tell stories, right? Tell cyberpunk stories that we love.
Yeah, it's very cool. I was just about to ask you, about like the whole you've already been minting and what all that good stuff, and like what kind of stuff are you like trying to add to like to get people to convince to be mint more or the diamond handers to like hold on because like obviously you need a sellout, but like can you get this game going from what you have because it seems very ambitious. Can you get it going with what the amount that has been minted already?
Yeah, absolutely. We have right now funding for um, at least a year of developing. So we are developing a lot on the game and other fronts as well. We want to do an animated trailer, which we are pitching right now. The script for that one. We want to do like a full, animated video, which we can use to go out to the world and reach all the people that still don't know about the project, which is one of our main points right now, right? We need more reach because we think, we really believe that what we are doing is amazing. So we just need the correct eyes, to look at what we are doing. So I would say, before letting Caspi continue on this, that he's the marketing guy. I would say that right now the main reason is just seeing how we are a team that are building for the long term, and that it is delivering. Right after you play the game, you will see how serious we are on trying to do everything of good quality, and with a smooth deploy. I mean, right now the Crypto Runner minting contract uses like $5 of gas, and you're minting an NFT.
Yeah, the gas is
It's
like
just crazy.
extremely low.
So for us, everything is about that, right? It's more like a show don't tell, right? So we want to show how hard we work and how we deliver each milestone. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the part where I can jump in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just introduce myself. Again, hello everybody. Caspi here. I'm the head of marketing of 2112. And yeah, everything that Win just mentioned is the main thing in our building of the project right now. Like we recognize that probably during the building stage, right? We weren't vocal enough, I would say, so about everything that is happening and everything, and we're fixing it right now. Like much more active on all the updates. Like all our community members are up to date with all the developments, with all the partnerships, with all the ideas and brainstorming that happening, and all the team meetings and stuff. So yeah, we're definitely getting up to speed right now, and especially as one of the main milestones is the game again is show more than you tell kind of thing. We're developing it for like, I would say in total more than 6 months right now, and finally it's coming out. It's this cyberpunk PTE RPG NFT project that is actually a game, that is actually a thing that you can play, not just stake your NFTs and earn tokens. It's not where you just choose, oh, I want to send my character on this quest and that's it. No, if you want to play the game and you want to be immersed in this cyberpunk environment, feel yourself a hacker that is hacking a evil corporation and fighting with the malwares and viruses and all that kind of protections and stuff, you can do that. And you will see this in the stream when Wind will stream a small piece of the game for you today. That won't be a pre-recorded thing, not just a video. It will be an actual stream. He will do everything by himself and run the build that we have right now. And yeah, so right now, again, as Mauro mentioned, and as Yuracool mentioned once, we are still minting out, and what you're getting right now, straight off the bat, is basically our PFP collection, right? And if you just go to the voice chat channel, I will just drop. We have this like weekly selections of crypto runners that we run in our community, and people can submit their crypto runners. So, like for a post on Twitter, which is nothing major, but like a small nod to connect better with community and showcase their characters, because we have a really strong role-playing element within the community going on. And here's the selection for this week, so you can just check how our collection looks like and realize what we mean when we say top-notch art involved in our project. Just look at it and tell me, do you think it looks as generative art?
Yeah, this was our main idea, right? To be really unique. And if you actually go to OpenSea and see the actual NFTs, I'm putting here the link. If you zoom in you are going to see the literal, like paintbrush strokes, because this is an style that it's like hand painted, right? It's a digital hand paint. So it was very, very hard to pull this off on a, let me put here. Really, really hard to pull this off on a generative process, right? This is why we took like 6 months to do this collection. It was huge, but we are so proud of it. I can't paste here images, but I wanted to put a little bit of zoom there. Oh, there it is.
I just posted one. This is the zoomed in. People
These
gonna
are
bash
like
me for not activating my windows right now. Damn it.
Yeah, so that is the first thing we wanted to do, and then of course the game turned out to be also like a retro RPG style one, and it's great. You're going to see it very soon. I wanted to say something, and I think I just forgot.
It's all good, but yeah, I was just continue on the PFP topic. Like originally, that's one of the reasons like why I was interested in joining the project first place some month ago, because I've seen this art and I was like, damn, I basically don't care if it's an NFT or if it's a piece of art. I just wanna have it, and like I literally want to put it somewhere in the wall in my apartment because it just looks like a piece of art for me. I don't know. Maybe you won't agree with me. Like, drop your comment in the chat. But that's just how I feel about it. And yeah, there is a question. So these are playable characters in the game. Yes, these are your characters, Crypt Runners, who are your main characters that will be performing runs and who will be leveling up while you're playing the game, become more famous, and affect the universe of the game. Because as Mao touched a little bit on the topic, it's not only a game, and we're basically building this universe that's part of the things that we're looking into discovering with Gojira project in general, where our players and our community will be able to actually shape the narrative of the universe. If you go to our website, for example, just let me send you the link real quick. You will see that we've spent literally months building up the universe of 2112, delivering all these texts, world building articles where we have each faction has their own stories, each corporation has their stories, cities, events, everything. So before releasing the collection, right, we spend lots of time for world building. It's very important to understand, like, there was a question, right, about the funding. Zero Cool mentioned, like, if the funding is enough for continuous development. And I must say, what surprised me first time when I was talking to the guys, the project was going and salaries were paid to the team, like artists, voice actors, writers, everything. It was all paid way before any mint happening, like
yeah,
founder.
We were funding everything from our own pockets, right? Because our vision, we really believed in that.
Absolutely. So, like, and the planning, the roadmap was created without the thought of, oh, we will only deliver this if we mint out, or we will make the game if we mint out. No, the plan was built on the existing funds, and then this extra funding that was that we got from the initial stage of minting. This is just like a booster to develop some certain things faster. Hire more people. Like after the mint, the first thing guys did, they hired more devs, hired more artists to continue with the world building, continue with the game building and everything. So answering that question regarding funding, everything is great on that side. Of course, the more funding we get, right, we can do more things. We can hire more people. We can touch some of the other aspects of development and production. But all in all, where we are right now, like financially and project-wise, is all good. Like, so that's something you absolutely don't need to worry about.
Well, that's great to
Yeah.
hear because, I mean, obviously people unfortunately don't go too in depth with projects and they look at, floor price or look at if it's been minted out and kind of make that as a barometer for the success or failure of a project, which oftentimes is not quite true. Lots of projects, spend more money on the project instead of on marketing and hype, which is like, artificial and all that kind of stuff. And it's definitely good to hear that you guys are continuing at it. It's obviously a passion project.
Absolutely. We realize, and I think we all in NFT space, we need to realize and face that majority of people, right? They are in NFT for flipping. They're like investors, right? For first and foremost, of course, we have people who's genuinely interested in projects, genuinely interested in particular creators and builders and teams, and that's actually one of the reasons why my first idea was to like connect and partner up with Project Gojira, because I'm part of the Gojira too, right? Like I'm holding Gojira and I know what kind of community it is. And it's very different from other projects, right? We have people here who actually care about NFT space in general, about Web3 in general, and with creators like and team members like you, like Shan. Like, I don't know, I'm having calls with Shan from time to time, absolutely mind blown by every time, like every topic we're talking about and all the plans we were discussing. Like, it was honestly a no-brainer to try to get ourselves more exposed to Gojira, because again, as I mentioned, this community is very different from other communities that we have here. And so yeah, going back to the topic with the investors and everything, of course, we realized that most of people viewing projects like that and floor price and everything is very important. And we are like making lots of efforts to, hit those milestones with the mint out and floor prices also. Right now, I believe, again, my honest opinion, when we roll out the game and when more people see the actual quality of the PFP collection and the game, because that's first things basically that they will receive, right, when they obtain the NFT from the project and when they join our community. I believe that this will already be quite enough for lots of people to hop in and to start learning more about the project and start vibing with us and follow up the journey. Because like just look at these PFPs, for example. Like, don't you want to own them? And when we actually back it up with utility, with the value that you get while owning the NFT, and when our holders will realize that to make profits or to the value that they will have while holding the NFT will outperform the value that they will get from selling it, that's the moment where we expect to blow up.
Yeah, exactly. That is the thing. We are really just focused on building, right? Non-stop building, and we are very confident that at some point, of course, we also work on the marketing, right? But at some point, the attention will come to us, and it will be insane because they will see how we are a project for the long term, right? And we already know about these kind of projects, right? I mean, Bored Apes, it's one example that didn't mint out that fast, right? Of course, it was another time, right, on the space. But I think you get my point in which the long term projects that keep building are the ones that are going to be alive, a year from now, and all the other hypes or pump and dumps will die, and then all the people will start coming to the project that they know it's a blue chip, right?
Right.
The same concept. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so if you want to, just to kind of tell some cool stuff, drop some like alpha or some cool things like that, because like I want this to be more of like a platform for you guys to have some like really amazing people in the space, such as the Jira fam, who are obviously like are well respected NFT traders and everything like that. Just gives you guys like a just a kind of a voice to be able to talk to them, even if it's like through the recording, to try to convince them to like mint your project. If there's anything else.
Yes, absolutely. Caspi, can you share the roadmap? I sent it to you on
Yep.
DM.
Just a sec.
We want to show a little bit of roadmap, and
I think after that we can jump and stream a little bit of the gameplay, so people have the context.
I would. Yes, we can do that. What I wanted to do is tell everyone a little bit about how you can invest right now in the game and in the project. So right now you can mint a crypto runner. These are going for 0.1 on for minting. The gas is almost negligible on that contract. So if you see in OpenSea that you have a runner for, I don't know, 0.7, you are going to end up paying almost the same because of OpenSea high gas.
Yeah.
But there is something important as well about minting, is that the runner have a trait that it's called talent, and this one has it's 7, 8, 9, or 10. And the higher the talent, the better it is for playing the game. It has better chances of good things happening, right? And the talent 10 one, it's only 1% of the entire collection. It's like the rarest runner that you can mint. And this one went for like 1.6, the last one that we saw on OpenSea. I think there is only one listed, and there are like 70 still to mint of this tier 10. So that is a nice, gamble in that regard. But then you will see, if you see the floor on OpenSea, you are going to see talent 7 runners mostly below mint. That with gas it's almost the same as mint, but these are the worst runners, right? So this is why right now it is better to mint, because you are taking a chance to get a higher talent one, right?
Actually,
so that would be one of the ways. Yeah,
the biggest percentage of rare runners actually are still in the pool, like talent level 10 and very special runners that have a glitched effect on them. The majority of those are still in the minting pool. So yeah, but I mean, if you want to sweep the floor, because there's just like 1-2 lines on OpenSea before the actual,
right now.
Yeah, minting price, or please do so. and then we can switch to minting. That's even better, to be honest.
Yeah, but there is another thing that you can see here on the roadmap in the past milestones. There it is, a roadmap on the BC chat. So you see there that it says root pass sale, Epic Bundle sold out. So the first sale that we did was the root passes. This was before we finished the actual Crypto Runner NFTs. And this was a way to do the sale before, and capitalize a little bit on how the market was, and start offering the people that were waiting for a project for months, right? Because we have some really believers that were here from the beginning, right? And this is like 8 months right now, 8 or 9. So we sold these root passes that in which you bought a bundle, and that this bundle had a crypto runner that you can redeem later for the actual NFT. So it had a crypto runner, it had a console and land pass. This console and land are assets that you are going to use in the game in future phases of the game, right? So they are not released yet. Right now, you can't mint any more root passes, So you have to buy on OpenSea. But if you buy one on OpenSea, you are going to be accumulating tokens until the day that we release that asset, right? So if you buy right now, let's say an Epic land, you are going to be getting lots of data tokens that you are going to get airdropped when we release the actual land, right? So it's a way to reward our early investors that really believe in the long-term project that we have, and giving them not only the chance of having something that it's going to be sold out, right? Because actually the Epic Land and Console are sold out, right? There won't be any more than what we have there. So if you buy a road pass of an Epic asset, you're buying something that it will never be minted again, right? But on top of that, you are getting an airdrop token. So that would be the best way. Let's say you want to spend, right? You want to invest more money than just getting a crypto runner. You can buy an Epic land or console, or both, right? So you can use them then in the game. There are a lot of information about how those are going to work on the different files that we have on Discord and on the website. We made like a white paper for each kind of thing, so you can read a lot about that. But that would be the thing, right? You can either buy a crypto runner and play the game in less than a week that it's going to be releasing, get tokens, get immersed into this universe. And you can also, if you want to invest more for the long term, get one of these route passes.
Awesome.
Exactly. And while Win was talking, I was just dropping some of the visuals and media materials in our chat so you can actually understand and visually see what we're talking about when we're talking about land and the roadmap and some of the quests we've created. So for everybody who's listening right now, you can check it out in the chat. For everybody who will be listening it and watching the video in recording, you can head to the chat and check it out too.
Yeah, you can see those dioramas are the expected quality for both the land and the consoles. These are made by our environment artist team. We have 3 persons working on that, 3 artists for environment, and we have 2 for character design and other type of art. So these guys have been working with us since the beginning. We added a couple more after the mint, right? We started using some of the money to invest and make the team bigger. Right now we have a team of around 18 people.
That's awesome.
Hey,
And these graphics look really great, honestly. I put the video back on so that I could show the people that are, if they're watching it later. And I'm clicking through it, so I'm sharing my Discord screen. Just kind of clicking through.
And then I've also posted one of the videos on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where we actually posted lots of dioramas with the land, and also you can find the recruiting mission quests that we were doing for our factions. And that's something that is a big part of our world building and universe building. And that's something we will absolutely continue doing. But just for you to understand what kind of approach we have with all these quests and everything, this video is a recruiter for one of the factions that we have. We have 5 factions in game, and your crypto runners, they all are basically assigned to these factions. And this one is Cyphers. And if you open it, if you check the video, you will find out that we actually hired voice actors to voice all of these characters. And for each quest, we also have a very different approach and very different type of quest. For example, for Cyphers, there were really interesting IRGs that our community was breaking their heads for 2 or 3 days to solve. And this was the chat was active as never solving that. Then for another faction, we had an interactive quests that was running inside of the browser where you actually had different decisions and all of those decisions were taking you to some other outcomes, and you had to choose the right ones, like the right sequence to finish the mission. And for other ones, there were like involving social media activities and like detective work and all that kind of stuff. So this is something we, like a part of the game, right? A part of the PFP collection quality. This is something that we're really going hard on, and we want to build this universe in that way that everybody feel involved, that everybody feel like they can participate in these events, not only playing the game, but also, you know, being part of these quests and affect the story through those, and even became part of these stories. Like we have this mechanism and we have this development and idea that our community members, right, our holders, will be through the game, through their progress in game, through their progress in overall project history, they will be able to become one of the main characters or side characters in the universe, and then they will be used in game or again in those quests or in some other media materials that we'll be preparing. That's how we want to grow this universe. And the PFP collection, basically the NFT collection, is just the first step in this.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically building an IP, right? The entire 2112 Run universe via a cyberpunk immersive world in which you can, dig deep, and if you want to make some money and invest, right, that is one thing as well. But if you want to just enjoy and live the role playing aspect, right, of feeling that you are on this world, on this fictional world, it's amazing as well.
Yeah, if you are a D&D fan, or I don't know, Shadowrun fan, or what is that, like Warhammer 40k fan, and you like
or Cyberpunk, right? 2077 as well.
Yeah, how could I forget the Cyberpunk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so
Cyberpunk is humongous. Obviously, it's definitely a good fan base to be like targeted, because it's definitely very, very cool. It's just like, I don't know, just aesthetically pleasing. Obviously the website you guys have, the Cyberpunk, like, feel to it and all that stuff. It's, it's pretty cool. Like all the little things that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and even crypto, right? Even crypto and NFTs are very cyberpunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why we see so much collections getting this aesthetic.
Yeah. Wind and Bruno, they are huge IRL fans of cyberpunk genre, and basically everybody on our team is like huge fans of William Gibson and all the classic sci-fi writers, cyberpunk games in the genre. I think that's why everything that comes out, it comes out with really good quality, because we love it.
It's really passion for us. Exactly.
Big fans of that. Yeah. We will definitely touch more a little bit later on how you can, like, what kind of value you will be getting from holding NFT. Right now, Mao, do you think we can stream a little bit?
Yes, absolutely. We can stream right now. I can start up the Twitch. All right, here we are to show a little bit of the game. We have here the list of runners. This is all happening on Polygon on layer 2. You don't need to breach your runner from layer 1. We manage all the game stats and everything on layer 2, and we point to layer 1, so no need for breaching to play. So we are going to start a run. We had one ready. All right, so here I would send, the transaction through MetaMask, but this is a run that I already started, so it's picking it up and saying to me that it's ready to play. So this one has a little surprise. You'll see.
Yeah. For everybody, you can click on Wind's nickname, and you will be able to watch the stream. Right now, we're showing the game right here in Gojira AMA channel.
Exactly. Can you hear the actual music?
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, so
Definitely do.
this is a run, right? This is the main gameplay loop of the game. So you enter the run. You are basically hacking, a corporation server. It is like the what we call the grid, which is like the cyberspace, right? So here we encounter our first enemy. So these guys are ICE, which are on Cyberpunk genre. They are like the programs the corporation used to defend their servers, right? So here we have a runner. We have the node map here. We have to reach to the end of the node map. These are 5 nodes and the final one. If we reach the end without getting trace to level 10, to this red cross, then we win the game and we get the data tokens. If we get to 10 trace, we lose the game and we will lose every resource that we got until that point. So we have to be very careful, right? So each ice has a narrative here that it's for flavor, to get a bit more immersed into the game. And we have right now 60 different ice that you will encounter. And here you have the choices, right? So this is the gameplay part. You have to choose one of these options, and each option has different chances of things happening, right? So the one in the top is the high risk one, the one in the medium is the medium risk, and the low one is the low risk one. So depending on how much trace I have to decide, how much do I want to risk. So right now I can do anything, right? Because we are at 0 trace. So for now, let's try picking the high risk one and see what happens. If we get a lot of trace, then we can, adapt to that. So we are going to do this one. We are going to inject a virus into the Watcher eyes and download its useful information.
Let's go.
All right, so here you see the results, right? We got the 4 rolls that we made for trace. They were successful, so we increased trace. This was bad for us, but we got data packets, small data packets, 4, and we got 1 medium, and we got this buff. We got an informed buff. So this buff, what it does is increases the chance of getting data packets on the next choice by 30%. So right now, all the choices that you see here for this second ice, this bad Minotaur, it's already impacted by this buff, right? So this is why these percentages here are way bigger, right, than before. So if we are buffed, the best thing would be to get the highest risk one, right? So because it has the bigger rewards, right? So let's pick the higher one. We are getting a bit risky here. I hope we don't get 4 trays. So we got 3 trays. And we also got a debuff, so we were very unlucky here. And now we still have 4 nodes to go. Oh my god, what is this? All right.
Uh-oh, there's
Let's
no way
go.
you'll kill that.
All
No,
right, so this is a Gojira Sentinel. All right,
Uh-oh.
this is a little gift for us to you guys. So this is a Sentinel eyes. The Sentinel type eyes are the ones that want to hurt you, right?
Oh boy.
Of course. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's awesome. Love it.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I think this turned out to be great. We did this one pretty fast, and it turned out to be amazing. So right now we have to go low risk. I mean we have 4 nodes yet to go, and we have only 2 trades to spare. So we have to go low risk on every choice probably. Let's see what happens. We got another trace here. We are getting very, very risky right now. We really will need to go low on everything. But the thing is that we are debuffed, right? So it's tricky because we have higher chance of getting trades with this debuff. So now we have 9 trades. We are at 1 trace to lose.
Ooh.
Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we did very very bad on this run.
Like cyberpunk Pokemon kind of thing right going on.
Yeah. In this one, yes. This is a
Yeah.
Phoenix one.
You do
Yeah,
definitely don't
it
want
really
to
looks
meet a Godzilla
like that.
in the Pokemon world. That'd be bad.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to see here what happens when you lose. I got trace, the last trace that I needed to lose. So the game immediately finishes, and when I click continue, I lost, right?
Oh.
So I have to submit my run. I get half notoriety instead of the full points of notoriety because I lost. Notoriety is like experience, right? It's to level up. And I have to submit my run. This is the thing. This is a front end on our own engine, right? So we are validating everything every step of the way. So if you right now try to cheat this, maybe you transfer the runner to another wallet or something, you try to avoid submitting this run, you won't be able to. I mean, if you sell it, the person that bought it has to submit the run. You are stuck until you submit the run completely. So we pay a lot of attention on that, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I haven't seen anything quite like that. The gameplay and everything like that, and I love that little like Godzilla nugget that you throw in there. Definitely very cool that you guys have this. I mean, like, what's the timeline on this? Is this like playable? Like, when will everyone be able to play it?
In less than a week, it should be able to play already,
Yeah,
deployed
we're
and ready
releasing the
to play.
game finally, so it's like super ready actually.
Exactly. Yeah. Well. This is a test build, right? But we have to deploy every contract and everything, so it's a bit tricky. But it will be in less than a week.
Wow, that's awesome. And like you said, you started minting what, like in February you said, or when was it?
Yeah, the runners
Yeah,
were
gotcha,
minted
gotcha.
at February.
Very cool, very cool.
End of February, right? Almost March.
So
Let's say.
during the play of this game, like what benefits do the holders have? Like what do they get? Can people that are non-holders play the game?
No,
And so
you need a
as a
crypto
whole,
runner to play.
okay. And so if you have a crypto runner and you're playing, like when you're earning stuff, like what kind of things are you earning? Are you earning the token? I'm just like trying to set you up to like kind of educate people out there who haven't read or know all about the game.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, at the end of the run, as you could see, there are rewards called data, and data is our native token from 2112, and this token will be used. There will be different ways of using that, but the first one and the one that will be implemented the fastest is we will be having a certain marketplace for spending this token for whitelists, NFTs, IRL items, and services. In general, of course, we won't surprise anybody with the marketplace thing, right? Like there are lots of marketplaces right now out there, but what we can say is, first of all, Wind and our developer, who's like mathematician genius, they were working on the tokenomics for like hella tons of period of time. Like the Excel file that they have with all the tokenomics and all the calculations, like heavy as fuck. And So we just tried our best to make sure that the economy of the project is sustainable, and there won't be like oversupply and undersupply later on down the road, because we've seen that everywhere where when the project introduces token, right, and first the price goes up, everything is okay, but then after some time, if there are problems with tokenomics, we just see that the token drops in price, and then the project sinks in price also. So we're aware of that problem. So we spend lots of time on working on that and making sure that that won't happen with us. And also regarding the marketplace and everything, like we will be going down the road of quality over quantity. So we'll be really doing good selections of projects. We will be getting. Drisben, can you please mute yourself? You're making so much noise, bro. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thanks, appreciate that. So yeah, we want to go quality over quantity, and we'll be getting only those things that are actually beneficial and will bring value to those people who will spend their token to get those. And again, when we're talking about, I mentioned IRL items. I'm not talking about like hoodies or t-shirts or something that might be there, of course, if there is a demand, but we want to go an extra mile and actually bring people something that will make them feel like they own something collectible, like they're collectors, and actually purchase a piece of something valuable that they can actually showcase. Just to give you an example of things we're looking into are trading cards, digital displays where you can showcase your NFTs, different kind of frames, again, where you can showcase NFTs, then certain jewelries, and some forms of like table cards, table games, that kind of stuff, like where you can gather up your cards, stuff like, I don't know, let's say Magic the Gathering, right? For example, these kind of things. So we really want to, like, when you get those items from the marketplace, we want it to be valuable, and we want like people to actually feel value in having and storing the data token. So later on, they can really purchase something that will be meaningful and either make them money or will be something cool that they want to have at their home. That's one of the first implementations and first ways of spending the data token. And I was just having a call with Shan some time ago, like last week, I believe, and we were talking about like the tokenomics aspects in projects in general and everything. And he mentioned a interesting scenario where projects, right, when they partner up, there can be like cross token utility or like cross token earnings. When, for example, if you own an NFT from one project and the NFT from another project, right, and when you participate in the token yielding activity, you can actually like generate a mixed token or tokens that like the same amount of different tokens during one activity. So this is also a very interesting direction to look into, and this is absolutely something that we're looking into working together on with our partners. There's a possibility for that, absolutely.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. I got drugged in real life. I had to attend one thing.
Completely understand. Yeah. Cass, like your thing was like lagging. I think partially through it. I don't know if we could see it. It was kind of like breaking in and out, but like we could hear what you were saying. But it was, I just wanted to let you know that it's a potential.
Oh, RoboCaspi.
Man, sometimes it's difficult to live in China.
Yeah, RoboCaspi. I love that. That's good. That's what we say in my like real life friends Discord. We're saying you're roboting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, if you want to, we can look for some questions and whatnot, unless you want to talk about some more things. But this is, it's been a good one. It hasn't, like the actual AMA itself hasn't been as long as it feels like in here because I paused it during the downtime and then we picked it back up with the game in there. So I think it's like really good. So if we want to like take some questions or if you guys want to like, have say any like parting words or anything like that, feel free to. And like I said, I'll send you guys a recording to this whenever we're done. You can post it in your server and whatnot.
Amazing. Yeah. If anybody has any questions, like any sort of questions or suggestions, or you just want to share your opinion on 2112 and what you've seen today, highly welcome. We loved it. And actually, that would be really cool to hear from Gojira community. So jump into the stage.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, you can put it in the voice chat or you can come off mute and talk. I feel oftentimes most people are just digesting so much information on some of these projects that we bring through here just because it's like, not just like your typical PFP project. It's like definitely a whole lot more and in depth and with gameplay video and all that good stuff. And, it's just sheer fact that you guys have been working on this for like some time and like even when you didn't mint out, you kept on working on it, which is just like shows like how much you guys, really care about the project and, you're going to be around to stay, which is I find to be really cool. So if anyone has any questions, like I said, feel free to come off mute or, ask in the chat and I'll make sure that we ask it. Thank you guys. Let me take a little bit of time to just thank you guys for coming out today. And I know everyone's really busy, and it's definitely it's the Easter weekend, so people are definitely probably tied up with family and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to come out here and educate the Jira fam about this project.
All right. No, thank you a lot for having us. We really love Gojira. We think our objectives align, in which you are really a long-term project too that wants to build, for the community. So for us, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to drop some links on the chat so people can have direct access to getting involved into our project. So yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks to all the Jira fam for coming out and spending time with us.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for putting this on, Zero. Always love you bringing all these great projects to the table here.
Appreciate you coming out, brother. We have some.
Hey, quick question for the 2112 guys, if I can.
Yeah.
It's safe to assume this is only desktop. Is that correct?
Yes, for now it is only desktop. Yeah.
Okay. Any designs or any discussions or to get it on mobile at any point, or no, not really?
Yes, absolutely. The thing is, right now we wanted to have, like a minimum valuable project, right? So we went with that. That is the easiest thing to do, right? We try to do it fast so people can know that we are actually delivering, and then we are going to be perfecting it and go through more platforms, right?
Sure. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, last question. And you don't really have to if you don't want to, but I'm just curious, like where is the majority of the team located in the world?
All right, so that's a good question. I think we are so spread that we can say like one country, right? For example, I'm in Argentina. Caspi is on China. My brother Bruno is on Barcelona. In Spain, we have people in United States. We have our environment artists are from Serbia. So it's very an international team altogether.
Yeah, perfect. I love to hear it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the question, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
If you look at the interface.
Hi.
Please keep going.
Sorry, yeah. So this is actually not a question, but just want to say and share this to the Jira fam that I've been there with 2112 since the beginning. I got whitelisted, minted it, and I've just been extremely quiet in your server, and I've always been serving, and I'm definitely looking forward to the game. And you guys are awesome. That's all. Thanks, man.
Oh man, thank you.
Thank you.
It's
And
amazing.
Appreciate
just
that.
Jira fam, come on, Jiras.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, like you're a week away from the game being out and stuff like that, and you got some like updates coming, and and like I think that people are just gonna buy into that most likely. So we definitely wish you luck, and if anyone else wants to come off mute and comments or anything, like feel free to. If not, then we'll just kind of wrap it up, and appreciate everyone coming out on this holiday weekend, and it just like means the world to us for everyone to come out here and share these great projects and just kind of like learn and like come in here and hang out together and just chat with some founders, and it's just always a good thing, and it's always a special thing. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. That was a big pleasure. And again, it's it's so weird, but at the same time, it's super cool to, first be here as part of like the Gojira, and then being here and talking and representing and updating on another project. It feels strange, and it's like weird progression, in the NFT space. I mean,
Yeah, I want to say
just shows how wild the NFT space and Web3 right now. Like you never know where you are, and you never know when you will end up in like 1, 2, 3 months, and not even mentioning 1 year away from here.
Exactly. It's definitely the space definitely moves quickly and it's crazy, and you never know where you're gonna like end up for sure. So it's a lot of fun, and also can be, it's just a roller coaster ride. That's the best way to describe it for sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah,
But
I wanted to say one thing that we forgot to mention, that it's the partnership with Goshira. We want to have partnerships that are long term, right? This is not like a simple collab. This is why we
My internet's a bit spotty.
hold on.
oh, sorry, it seems there was a cut mic.
Go ahead. I think it's someone hot mic.
Yeah, so, yeah. To finish the idea, this is why we did a nice, in an enemy in the game for actually Goshira for you guys. But the idea is that in the future you can have access, if you have a crypto runner and a Goshira, you can have access to specific runs. You can maybe have a small advantage or a buff for having a Goshira on the same wallet of that runner, right? So this is part of the cross project collaborations and partnerships that we are doing. So we would be very glad to welcome you guys from Goshira into 2112.
Absolutely, and we thank you so much, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your project. It looks like you guys have some really cool, unique, fun things like coming up in the really, 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 really near future. So that's good stuff.
Thank you.